how's that for a drone sequence? Alright, good morning from a beautiful lake in Lithuania. And this episode is gonna be a bit different than you're used to, because I recorded a whole bunch of footage on my GoPro, but apparently, and I found this out a couple months later when I was editing this sequence, I didn't record any audio. So we're adding a voiceover. So here I'm reaching for my marker, which still doesn't work, because you know the drill by now. At the start of each day, I grab my whiteboard marker and I write down what day it is and how many kilometers we've done so far. But as you can see, she doesn't work. But we are on day 13 and it's around 2,700 kilometers. So we're off to a beautiful start, quite early, 10 past 10. Transition to the 360 camera as we make our way as the sunlight falls through the trees. And if you've ever been on a motorcycle multi-day adventure, you know that it's awesome to start the day off with just a casual stroll through the forest like this. Beautiful dry roads. And the sun on your back makes for a lovely departure. Now, in a few seconds, we're gonna be at a market, and I found a track on Epidemic Sound called Outdoor Market Summer Ambience with Swedish Voices. But we quickly left civilization behind and we find ourselves on this piece of the Trans-European Trail in northern Poland. At this point, I was still kind of excited about the day. I'm not really sure why I taped this particular instance anymore, but I think I was making a joke about the collection of the bins, and that has been a while since they collected big metal tubes. Yeah, in hindsight, it's still not that funny. Let's continue into Poland with some epic music. I remember this part pretty particular. You see the excited fist bumps and the excited hand waves, and I was just thinking like, how awesome would this road be if you're side by side with a couple of friends here, just plowing along, the dust clouds behind you, seeing who goes faster along these little dirt roads. And then all of a sudden, just a few minutes later, you find yourself surrounded by a thick, lush forest. The roads become even smaller and you try to go even faster. after some nice wavy roads dashing through the still Lithuanian forest, all of a sudden you come to your clearing and you realize you're in Poland. Which seems like the perfect place to clumsily, casually drop the motorcycle. Yep, first one in Poland. Alright, so I use Epidemic Sound to find music for my videos, and this is what came up when I put in Poland. And I just went with it. And here's definite proof that we are indeed in Poland. And a cool shot of me driving across the border with no audio, me pointing at a pole. And there we go. And as this lovely song comes to a natural crescendo, we zoom in to Bashplate, chilling at a hammock on a lake. Ridiculous, but it's a new thing I'm trying. Alright, so remember when I said at this point I still thought the day was gonna be interesting? Well, at this point it wasn't so interesting anymore. Because as you can see, the TET in Poland so far has been some forest, but from here on out it's just farmland, farmland, farmland as far as the eye can see. Alright, so you could say this road is still pretty interesting. There's some vegetation, it's a little green, but it's just very dusty. And crops to the left, crops to the right. Some cows, but still crops. More crops, well, no crops, just empty fields and dust, a lot of dust. More crops, more dust. But luckily for you, I had to change my GoPro battery, which means reattaching the 30mm jack. We haven't been doing too much of the of the Polish Trench European Trail, simply because I can't be bothered. It just doesn't really appeal to me, this part of the Trans-European Trail. As you can see around you, and right now it's alright, but everywhere, like everywhere in Poland, is farmland. Crops, crops, crops everywhere. And it's just not that visually stimulating to drive through. Fields are boring. This road is aesthetically pleasing and very relaxing to drive, especially after one little beer, one radler. Whatever will be, will be. Nice. Just thought I'd give you guys an update. Still farmland as far as the eye can see. Here we are for another scenery update. Farmland, some trees, but still mostly farmland. It's kinda not farmland anymore. And oh my god. This road with its nice little curves, smooth tarmac. Oh, I just got goosebumps. Ooh, that's good. That's good. It's nice to end the day like this. Sometimes you gotta stop driving early because otherwise the drive might not be so good and the focus is gone, and that's when accidents happen. But sometimes you just gotta keep going. Spooky. Fuck. Spooky, smoky train wrecks. Train tracks.